Well, the video you guys have all been waiting for, the Alienware Area 51M review. So, this video is going to be quite long, so I suggest to check out the description because I'll have some timestamps in the description of each section. But if you can, I do recommend watching all of this video because I'm trying to go as in-depth as possible, and I'll try to answer as many questions as people have, and hopefully this video answers a lot of questions about this new beast. So, let's get started. The Area 51 is a very nice looking machine. It comes in lunar white or dark side of the moon, and honestly it was very hard for me to decide which color I wanted. Now, it has a light up touchpad, and it has a soft touch palm rest, just like the previous models. Nice keyboard, RGB with numpad, macros, and it doesn't really flex that much. Now, I'm pressing really hard on this keyboard, and it's very sturdy. Now, in terms of the display, there isn't that much flex at all, actually, and the hinge is actually pretty good as well. Now, my laptop comes with two power bricks, a 330 watt and a 180 watt. You're going to be looking at around 3 pounds if you want to carry both of these power bricks, which you will need to if you want to game at high performance. That's 1.61 kilograms. Now, in terms of the display, there isn't that much backlight bleed in my model. This is like a worst case scenario. And in terms of the panel, it's a 1080p IPS 144Hz G-Sync Tobii eye tracking, 99% sRGB, 72 NTSC, and 76 Adobe RGB. Next to my Mac, it actually isn't that big. This is a 2013 MacBook Pro 15-inch. And as you can see, it's not too much bigger than the MacBook. When compared to my Alienware M18XR2, a real desktop replacement size laptop, it's actually quite small. And the thickness isn't that bad either. Here's the speaker setup. It's 2.0, and it does lack bass, unfortunately.
Mama told me, not the same word. Mama 17, 5, same color t-shirt, white.
Alright, let's move on to benchmarks. Let's start off with Firestrike. Now, Firestrike at a stock run received 22,932 score. Upon overclocking the CPU to 5 GHz and a 120 offset with a 150 memory offset, we got 24,154. That's not too bad. Very nice GPU score. In my second run, the CPU was at 5.1 GHz and the GPU at 120 with no memory overclock, and we got 24,210. In terms of Cinebench, I got 4941 for R20 stock speeds, and a stock R15 got 2060, whereas a 5 GHz overclock got 2173. Now we got 132.5 and 3338. Next, we'll be looking at Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Now, in this benchmark, we got 81 FPS with a temperature on the CPU of 84 peak and 77 peak. Next, we have The Division. And in this game, we got a decent FPS. Not bad, 136. 75 GPU, 84 CPU. Next is Black Ops 4. Now keep in mind, all these settings you guys can pause and take a look at. These are the ones I ran them at. For Black Ops 4, we got 129 FPS, 64 GPU, and 78 CPU. Next is Overwatch. Now in this game, we got a very nice FPS of 152, 59 GPU temps, and 60 CPU. Last but not least is Apex Legends, where we got 144 FPS, 62 GPU, and 61 CPU. Alright, so for productivity, or I guess professional applications, the 2080 actually performs quite well. We've compared it to RTX Titan, the RTX 6000 Quadro, P5200 Mobile, and even Vega 64. Feel free to pause this to take a look. Now let's discuss something about power. There is a little caveat to the whole power thing. You need 2 power supplies for full performance. As you can see here, with a 330 watt, 180 watt, which is what my laptop came with, we had full performance. When you remove one of the power supplies, regardless of which one it is, the GPU clocks will go down by quite a bit, but CPU performance seems to stay up. When I tried a 180 watt plus 180 watt configuration, it still did the same thing. But keep in mind that a 2060 and an i7-8700 does come with this, so the system knows somehow which power supply it came with and if you're using those power supplies. And battery is an interesting thing because CPU did go down, but GPU did perform slightly better, which is really weird in my opinion. Now, we did talk to Frank about this, and they're looking into perhaps allowing a single 330 watt to do more, but don't get your hopes up on that. They're just thinking about this for now. Battery life came out at about 2 hours with 80% brightness. So in conclusion, Alienware has gone back to its roots, I believe. This is a great attempt at going back to where they used to be. I will be doing a video on this laptop versus the M18X R2, which is what I believe their last enthusiast level laptop. But in general, this laptop performs well. It does run a little hot, yes, and I expect any laptop to run hot. I've seen on the NBR forums, the P775TM Clevo also runs hot, you know. So do buy this from HID Evolution or Exotic PC if you feel like you're worried about temperatures. I ordered mine directly from Dell, and this is a stock paste job. I didn't undervolt during any of those tests, so that's what you will get from Dell. Now, some people are doing much better than me. I got a crappy RTX 2080. It doesn't overclock that well. My i9 is not bad. It's okay. Probably average. But yeah, this is a great laptop. If you have any questions, put them in the comments, and I'll try and answer them for you guys. Thanks for watching.